This is a pro in MetalStorm. This is a noob. And these are 8 tips to go from noob to pro.
Tip 1. Properly using flares. Now, the tutorial already teaches you how to use flares, but since we're all dumb, stinky idiots, I'm expecting some of you don't know how to use flares properly. So I'm going to explain it to you. So when you release the flares, they can distract missiles coming your way, but if you just keep going in the same direction, the missile is still going to hit you because the flares don't have hitboxes. So when the missile tries to hit the flares, it'll just pass through the flares and hit you. Instead, to stop this, just change your direction as you deploy your flares. This means you are less likely to get hit. Tip number 2, using the minimap. The minimap is in the top left of your screen. It is one of your greatest assets, telling you where your teammates are and, more importantly, where your enemies are. An example of when you can use this is in an ambush, as you can see your opponent's movements, giving you an insight on when to strike. It can also be an effective tool in coordinating with your teammates and stopping enemies from capturing control points, which is beyond useful. Tip 3. Level all your planes up equally. In this game, there are ace points, which can be gathered by leveling up planes past 600 trophies. Ace coins are used to buy crates, silver, or parts in the shop. By the way, crates are the best option if you are spending your ace coins, but the more planes you have past 600 trophies, the more ace coins you get, which means if you have higher level planes, it is easier to get past 600 trophies, and that makes it easier to level up more planes, and then you progress faster than if you hadn't done that in the first place. Tip number 4, turning at your optimum turning speed. The game doesn't do a good job at communicating about this, but your optimum turning speed is the speed you turn fastest. You can see this as a little notch on the speedometer left of the aiming reticle, and it is given in the plane stats. This can be used to dodge bullets from a plane that is more maneuverable than your own, but not turning at their optimum turn speed. This is crucial in close combat dogfights, as they largely come down to who can turn the fastest, giving a big advantage to whoever utilizes their optimum turning speed. Tip number 5, missiles can't turn. Missiles on your tail without flares can be a nightmare. Pretty much the only thing you can do is turn sharply in one direction, and importantly, only one direction. If you keep going left to right or up and then down, your movement will cancel out and the missile will still hit you. Your only chance is to turn faster than the missile does, as planes have a turning radius of about 35 degrees per second, and missiles have a turning speed of 15 degrees per second, meaning it's possible, but a thing you need to learn. Tip number 6, using the environment. What is the best protection against a missile? Well, it's obviously a volcano. Put not quite simply, if you're behind a wall and a missile's on the other side of the wall, the missile can't hurt you. So use the natural made walls in the game to shield you from other players if you're low on hit points as protection. And it is a great escape tool from opponents. It can also be used if you're out of range and trying to attack someone. Tip number 7, hiding under the radar. If you're out of sight of the enemy team, you will not come up on their radar map. So hiding, say behind a cliff, is very effective for close range planes like the F5 Tiger,
which has to get within 3 kilometers of its target to use its missiles. This is also something to be aware of when using a plane that is longer range, because you could be snuck up on and then it's over for you. You'll also come upon their map if you try to shoot them, so just keep that in mind when using this tactic. Save up for the flight pass. The flight pass is the best value for your money in the game. It's multiple times better value than any other offer, giving you more than 15,000 extra silver. Unless you play one day a month, every month, it is worth it in every way. So save your gold for the flight pass. It's just better value. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching the rest of the video. I don't think anyone else is making these videos on MetalStorm, so if you want me to keep it up, subscribe.